Welcome, traveler. I made a huge mistake today. This game behind me, Escape from Duckov, sold over 2 million copies and broke 300,000 players on Steam. Yes, that's quite crazy, isn't it? For a game where you play ducks and you try to escape not from Tarkov, from Duckov. What was my big mistake now? Well, I thought the game can't possibly be that good. So I bought it to try it out and played it for 6 hours straight without blinking a single time. New addiction unlocked, for sure. But what does make Escape from Duckov so good? The idea behind it is pretty simple and leads to an absolute addicting gameplay loop. This is my duck in his hideout. Here I can prepare for my raids, equipping first aid kits, respective weapons with their attachments, my helmet, my body armor, all that kind of stuff, and obviously water bottles and food, because we do have energy and water. And then I either teleport out into the world to the multiple regions, because there's not only one map, no, there are multiple big maps with multiple bosses, or I just leave my bunker from the hatch. The interesting part is, the game is only PvE, not PvPvE, like all the other extraction games, which doesn't actually make it easy or simple. Boom. It's quite hard, especially the bosses. One keeps hunting me down with a sniper. Now you're here in the open world. You got enemies to kill, you got loot to find, and you got quests to fulfill. That is more food, for example. And we're here on the first map with a small hill forest path road camp that has a boss you can actually farm and a vendor in the middle that sells you fancy stuff. Now the quest you're getting from the lads inside your base, and they're gonna send you out to collect samples from the water tower in the lumber mill. Or with a mechanical key, we need to go to a tank truck that is the far east of ground zero, which is, I think, this tank truck here. So I'd say we're just gonna head there now. Enemies can partially shoot you off screen if you don't have enough visibility. And if you do actually have a gun with a sight, you can aim a bit further, outside of your screen range, as you can see, and hit them before they can hit you. Very useful. If we have a shovel, we can actually dig this up for bonus loot. Now I'm gonna scan ahead. Is there anyone there? No. We're gonna move. There's no one here as well. There would be our tanker that we talked about, but it's not that one, because otherwise I could probably access it. Now here would be the location with the super boss and the more challenging enemies. We're gonna use the superior range of my weapon to take that thing down. And he's gonna have banger loot. There's another one of these. Okay, and that's the boss. This guy, oh shit, we are out of ammo. So I only have, wow, I really have only a few ammo left here. See, these guys are coming from the side. Some loot before we go out. Feather, bullets. Oh yes, new equipment, very good. So you want to have all of this because you can sell it. You also have your pad, your duck dock pad, that you can then give things to that will forever stay on him. But we're actually looking for that tanker, which hopefully, or unhopefully, should finish our quest line. Okay, we didn't find the tanker, but we're also out of ammunition, so we can't actually keep going. Now you have two ways to exit the map. We have the extraction point, where you can just walk up on, and or, in the first zone at least, you have the bunker entrances that you can just jump into, and then you're pretty much done with your run. You extract it, you get experience, you get back into your base, and you can start re-equipping your character. What happens if you would die during a run because you overextended, ran out of ammunition, get hunted down by the stupid sniper boss? Well, your body lies on the ground and you can run there again to gather your equipment. Obviously, bring a gun and at least a body armor to kind of fight off the opponents around your body, potentially. However, if you should die before reaching your body, it's gone. You can also make the difficulty so hard that you always lose all your stuff. But in the normal 100% enemy damage, 100% damage taken kind of difficulty, you can always reclaim your body if you don't die beforehand. As you then get back to your base, you can go to the vendors that you have inside to sell the pieces that are unnecessary, that you don't need for crafting, that are bonus, and you can buy yourself new stuff. For example, here from our duck at the bottom, we can get ourselves more bullets. I need, for example, standard bullet AR ammunition. Nice, another 120. We're good to go. All these guns can also be tested here at your shooting range to give you a feeling for what we're actually doing. And then you get tons of discoveries and trees to actually research that will help you improve your character. Stamina drain less, max weight capacity, and in the top left, there is your enhancer, which will overall make your character better by giving you faster reload or generally more armor. And in order to actually go down this tree, especially on the right side here with gun control and more, gun mastery, you have to kill the bosses. I need a battle axe for this, and I also need the Lorden mod VPO. And this is only able to be gotten from the elites, from the bosses of the respective zones. And they're partially crazy annoying to kill. An interesting mechanic I really liked is the registered key machine. Here, I can put in any kind of key that I find throughout my journey. And as soon as I registered it, I can open the respective door in the world without always having a key with me in my inventory, which would just be annoying and clunk up everything. I registered the gas station, I can always, every single run, go into the gas station. Pretty nifty and great quality of life for an escape game. The real interesting thing happens when we actually go from Zone 1 into Zone 2, because Zone 2 is absolutely brutal. That would be the warehouse area. Before, in the first area, you get most things easily killed, and you're never really overwhelmed. As you then go in Area 2 though, especially the sniper boss takes almost half your HP away with one single shot. There is a speed running commando boss who just jumps into your room with 3 of his lads and absolutely obliterates you, and a roaming band of mercenaries, which are super annoying. And that's only the second zone of 4 of 6 zones that are out there actually for you to go through. So you really have to make sure to actually play the game and progress through the game and really discover everything it has to offer, go through your skill tree, get that level 4 armor and helmet to have a chance to compete with what's going on. And that's where the real fun addiction comes in, because I died. I lost my most favorite weapon. It was an STG-77 with all the equipments. I finally have an STG back. Now I need to get the magazine, and then that Lordo boss is going to see me just absolutely tear him into pieces, because with that aiming, it's pretty good. Now I only need to get my sniper back that I also lost on that raid to really tear them a new one. And that's the point, right? They kick your butt, you try to get your stuff back, you might have gotten your butt kicked again, and now you want to go and discover the rest of it. You want to make sure to get them all down, and you also want to help your buddy Jeff here to go through all the quests, because all these quests give you tons of currency, tons of experience. I mean, I'm sitting at 117,000 right now, but things are also relatively expensive, and there is actually a Dynamite Cluster 200,000 recipe here as well. So yeah, there is quite some stuff to buy. Could get myself a ferry ticket too to actually go to the Farmtown docks. I'll definitely have tons to discover more, and I'm only 6 hours in, and they felt like only 10 minutes. There is so much more we need to go down to really then vibe ourselves into the rest of the game. And after spending that time, I can understand how the game actually managed to sell 2 million copies and have 300,000 players, because it's just fantastic friggin' fun to play. Especially since it is extraction, but PvE. I don't like the PvP portion of most extraction games. If they actually had a PvE only mode, it would be more fun. Sure, it's limited fun because at some point you will have beaten the game. But honestly, it's not that easy. If you think like after your first 3 hours you're a god, I thought so too. And then I got my face caved in multiple times in a row. And now I'm eager to actually beat this. What do you think, guys? Did you enjoy Escape from Duckov? Does it look really cool for you? Here's my first stream to vibe you even more in, and I think we're going to see more on the channel. Take care and have a fantastic good day.